I mean, it might be funny. I guess if we had a girl on our show, we would get a lot more views.
Everyone likes girls more than boys.
I have to put my headphones on. Headphones? Sunglasses.
That is a good question. I do not know where she went. I thought she was inside, but she might be talking to...
I'm hardly getting any bleep from you.
What?
I like it when they are isolated tracks.
Oh,
If
gotcha.
you were to cough or something, I could...
Well, that's not going to be the problem.
What's our first topic?
We got to introduce the show.
Would it be funny if we had a bit where we try to decide what the name of the show will be every time?
Nate, Not Safe for Whiskey is a good name of the show. Mine is a punny. A pun.
I liked On the Cob, Off the Cob, Jeff and Rob.
I mean, I don't like that. That's fine. We'll be. Is it still going?
Yeah.
Oh, those are your notes.
My notes up to remember that we're going to.
Okay, welcome to. What did you say? Off the Cob with Rob
Off the Cob with Jeff and Rob.
Bob and Bob. Welcome to Not Safe for Whiskey. That's what I call it. Today we are talking about Ghost, some stories I have, and Virginia Distillery Company. Is the camera going?
Yeah. That's just like the little ad thing.
Cider Cask finished Virginia Highland whiskey.
It's good stuff.
I looked it up. There was not that much on it. Apparently, it's a blend of Scotch and Virginia whiskeys, and they put it in a finishing cask.
It's also the most on sale I've ever bought a whiskey.
Yeah, you said it was
retails for 60 something. I got it for like $22.97.
Oh my god! And
it was like everything must go from the liquor store.
It says it's aged at least 1 year, so we're drinking almost moonshine, sorta. Especially if you think about how your basic, because it is still a single malt. Here, let me put this down. Well, we already opened. I commanded that Jeff open it to let air into it because I read an article.
Because you got to know if there's air in it, and there's no other way to know. When does the Coke go in?
Maybe soon if it's
really bad enough.
I have had stuff from this distillery that has been good. It's
just the most on sale. If you're not going to buy
it, when you have something that's like $40 off, you have to.
I don't know. That's fine. That's fine.
We're doing a podcast.
We're potting. Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
We're just two brothers.
We're live.
Oh my god.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live, legs. Get out of here. Send out Chuck or whatever his name is.
Chuck, Blake. He's our new producer.
You're our new producer, Fox. All right, we're taking a cake break.
All right, cake break. So far, so good, I guess.
So far, so cake.
It's fine. This is my review. It's fine. I've
good.
already had a bunch of other shit.
How bad could it be?
This is by far not a whiskey podcast. More of a drinking podcast.
You know what? I was actually thinking that should be our theme. Drinking. Because then we could do like, remember the Dragon Slayer drink story?
Yeah.
We could do like find that tea and like review that.
Sobe?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
The drinking pod.
Sobe would rule.
Drinking pod. All right, we're taking a cake break. All right, Robert, you talk. I can't.
I mean, I'm just watching Dad like assault my wife while trying to wrangle dogs.
Yeah.
I can't even paint an actual picture of what is happening.
It's too much. Too much to handle.
It's fine. This whiskey. I don't know. This
Whiskums?
Well, this says...
I like this whiskey.
You don't?
I do. I drank a little bit of it, and I feel warm inside.
Oh, yeah.
And that is what I define as a good whiskey. Do you feel the click if you drink it enough?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
I can't do a serious...
Here. You don't have to be serious.
No, I can't do like a series like I get notes of apple cider. It's
I've
like
never had a note of anything in my entire life.
it's true. At some point, it just does become yum yum
I
juice.
guess it is apple-y. I like that. Is it apple forward? There's no way to know if this is apple forward or not. Is it Ben? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? That is Mason, isn't it? Are we doing this?
I don't know. No, we should never give notes. Have you seen like actual whiskey shows?
I've only ever watched How to Drink. Shout out to our sponsors, How to Drink, the other YouTube channel.
No, but he's more like a.
He's our main competition.
No, that's like a history. Like that's like a show thing.
He's also like my real life friend because he seems nice. No, it's a parasocial relationship.
Okay.
It's not like history. I mean, it's some
no,
history
have you seen,
and like
whiskey review shows where they like
No.
do the whole. I mean, we already have the stupid glass. We're already doing the lame glasses. But I'm not saying they're all
It's
bad.
actually not a bad
I'm
little
just
setup.
saying it's pretty nice. If anything, I'm comfortable. We don't need listeners or viewers. But
Just fun
I'm
to-
in a good mood.
It's fun to create something. I gotta get up on this mic a little more. Those levels are looking low. I gotta turn it sideways like this. I like this whiskey. Here's what I really like.
Sales.
You know what this whiskey is like? It's like the band Ghost. And that it's not trying too hard. And you can understand all the words that it's saying. You know? Oh, hi, Olive.
You know,
Nothing's happening.
no one can see or hear you, so you're being.
You're a ghost to us.
All right. Oh. You know that this is what I feel about Ghost. At least that song, "Call Me a Little Sunshine." You know that Bruce Springsteen song, like "Hey little girl, daddy home." It sounds like real pedophile shit.
Sure, okay.
And I don't know why. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
Like maybe people are living on a
Call
prayer.
Me Little Sunshine. It's I don't know. That was the first when
Little
I thought of. You know that Bruce
sunshine.
Springsteen song, right?
No, I've never listened to any Bruce Springsteen song that isn't living on a prayer. The thing is, Ghost.
They are both from New Jersey.
The thing is,
So
Ghost.
that's easy to get those two confused.
The thing is, Ghost, that I feel like they haven't had a good song that has topped Bats. Or no, not Bats, Rats. Rats. Right? Like, they look spooky. They just need songs that are about spooky stuff. That's, I feel like, all they really need.
No, their new album is fucking
Little Sunshine.
hot garbage.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all
mean,
good.
it's
It's all the
fine.
same
It's
type
good.
of good. There's no like point to it. It's just like it sounds like Genesis, Blue Oyster Cult, and like worship music. And
Yeah.
then you go, oh,
And-
they got cool costumes.
Yeah. And you're telling me that's a bad sell?
No, it's not a bad thing. It's just I don't care.
It's good.
You know, Sam, our dear friend Sam, his daughter, one of her favorite songs is a Ghost song, and that's when I was like, oh, Ghost is for
It's for children.
it's for babies. It's for babies that don't go to actual church. Because it's like worship music. It's like
It's like metal.
"Here we are.
It's like metal for people who are like don't like it when you can't understand the words in metal.
I don't think it's metal. I think it's just called it hard rock.
Really?
Yeah, but like just because you can
Not
use
solo though.
yeah, but you can use an occult image.
No, I'm
That
saying
doesn't
there's
make
solo
it
in.
metal.
There's like a guitar solo.
Yes, solos. They're
A
not
hard rock
metal.
can have a guitar solo. All right, fair
There's
enough.
some solos.
Um,
I didn't like it. Well, I only listened to half of it, and the kids.
See, there's your problem.
I listened to half of it half-heartedly, so I have no.
Here's what I wish. I just wish Ghost was around when we were in Christian school, because I can just imagine.
Slipknot was around. They were wearing Pope masks.
Yeah,
Not
but they
Pope
had like
masks.
they were more
Clowns.
They were like overall spooky, right? Ghost with their like Kiss level makeup and Pope kind of skeleton vibe.
Well, Slipknot's kind of.
People would have thought they were just the worst thing ever. But like if you listen to Slipknot and then look at Slipknot, like those things kind of match up. Kind of like Kiss, everyone thought Kiss was so bad if you're in any sort of Christian circle, right? They are wearing armor and they have black and white paint and long black hair and you're like, this must be the devil. But then their
Sure.
songs are like, check the world, oh yeah, and like
Finger and chicks
that's
in
kinda-
Detroit. Like, what?
that's kind of what Ghost is, right? You see him and you're like, whoa, a skeleton army led by Pope
Okay.
Emeritus.
Look at all that
Right in
fog.
high school, like in Christian school, they would have been like, oh, oh. But then the songs are like, rats, da-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na. And
What's
it's
that,
funny.
like, square hammer?
And I think it just would have been funny to hear somebody like really honestly and seriously be like, when the Lord looks down and sees Ghost singing their songs, he hates it so much.
It is funny that.
He hates it so much.
Well, I might be there.
You're going to be led astray.
I think listening to Ghost maybe should be a sin after Call Me Little Sunshine. That is a weird name. You shouldn't have that as your name.
But it's also Call Me Mephistopheles is in there too, though.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't listen
Call
to
me
that.
Mephistopheles. Sorry, YouTube. We are demonetized now
Mephistopheles?
because I sang the song pitch perfect.
Oh, that was pretty good. I forgot to compliment you on your singing constantly.
Yeah. I don't know. I can just imagine a principal, a
can't
Christian
remember-
principal, being like,
Oh, Christian Principle.
be like,
hearing Ghost.
I have Googled, I have researched Ghost, and they love Satan. Do you love
They
Satan?
don't even seem to like Satan. They just seem to like the Pope looking like, like those Spanish festivals of the dead. Like,
Sure.
it's just the Pope, but that.
They probably love Satan. I mean, listen, I've never
They
met.
probably love money
I've
because
never
they
met the guy.
sell out.
Ooh, have you listened to the song in this new album, The 20s?
Like the 1920s?
I think
Or like being in your
I
20s?
think it's about the 2020s. It's a weird song. There's a lot of weird songs on this album.
2020s.
I wonder if the Needle
What?
Drop reviewed it. Yeah, it's about like in the 20s, there's gonna be a rain of pennies. It's just strange. The whole album is strange.
Rain of pennies.
Like when
I didn't get there.
In Sync, a lot of their songs were like written by like a Swedish guy who like didn't speak English. Have you heard this?
I think that's a lot of.
Like Call Me Baby and like I'm a Genie in a Bottle, like certain 90s like
Yeah.
pop songs.
That's like a lot of pop.
Were like written by a guy.
Yeah, you've never
I'm
heard
sure
of
I could Google it. I'm not gonna.
Me neither.
But he like doesn't speak English, but he's good at writing songs, right? So he
Yes.
writes these songs that don't make a lot of sense. Some
I've-
of the Ghost songs are, but like Ghost is like that. But it's like a guy who like doesn't speak a lot of English, but like he tripped and like read the Bible like in one sitting on accident, as well as like a thesaurus.
He got drunk and read the Bible and then woke
Yeah.
up and was like, I got it. He doesn't go back and
Yeah.
reference it.
I feel like that's just kind of what's happening. Like they're just getting in there.
Are you gonna
Or like spooky, like Hunter's Moon is not bad. Like kind of like Rats. The song
I like
Rats from the last album, it's just about scary rats.
They should just be like a Halloween band.
They already are.
No, but they're not. They want to be like
They
like
want to be an Easter
like
band.
yeah,
They want to be in all holidays.
maybe they're risen. Hey Pepper.
Oh, there's a dog.
No,
I'm gonna have to cut that.
you know what I mean. Like an actual Halloween band. Like the Misfits became sort of like or Danzig. It's like at some point they're
They, like,
just
transcend.
no. At some point they're not useful for anything unless it's Halloween. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
So they should just be that, or they could be an Easter band where it's like if you're an atheist, you play
Gotcha.
Ghost during only Easter. Because it sounds like I said, it's like worship music.
Yeah, I think they do want to be. They want to be one of those Halloween stores that opens up in a store that like never is like
Yeah.
always for sale or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to be like Spirit Halloween, but as if Spirit Halloween was like, we're never giving up this store.
I'm only talking about their image so much because I don't remember the songs.
I like a lot of their songs. Their songs are good.
Of course, they're.
You know why they're good?
Why?
My wife likes them, and so does my baby son Cody.
That's why they're not good metal. It's because a housewife and you're in.
She's like, this is.
I'm like, this is great.
She's like, I'm loving this. It's a song about rats, or the Hunter's Moon. It's a song about a hunter's moon. I don't know what that is, but they go a hunter's moon. It's good. It's a solo. It's
They
great.
do a lot of like chanty kind of,
They like a good chant.
or where they not gang vocals, like chorus vocals.
It's like yeah.
But that's church shit.
Here's the thing. You might hate them.
Maybe,
But if they came
maybe
to-
everyone knows this about them.
When
and
they came
I'm
to-
like, maybe all their fans are like, yeah, no, we get what
It's
you
like
mean.
it's like kayfabe. Like you get it. It's not. I don't know what you would even compare it to.
Are you gonna
But
come
like, if
to?
they come to town, I'm gonna go.
Speaking of which, on this Easter, it's probably not great to talk about rotting Christ. Do you want to go to that show? I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Neil said he might go.
Ooh.
It's the Sounds of or
I have to double check the date.
it's Thursday.
Oh, we're fucked.
I might be. I already
We
bought the tickets.
we're screwed, ladies and
I've already been
gentlemen.
through that fight. I'm going to be listening to Rotting Christ and Borknagar instead of
Isn't it a Tuesday or something?
It's a Sunday.
Oh, it's a
It's
weekend show.
Sunday and Mother's Day.
We're done.
Yeah, my buddy David
done,
texted
skis.
me and he was like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" I bought the tickets right away. And then text a bunch of people, and someone was like, "That is Mother's Day. You guys know that?" I was like, "Well, here's a fight in the future."
We're done
I have
here.
to put on the docket.
Do you think that'll be a crowded show, or because it's Mother's Day, there's like no one there?
The people going to a Rotting Christ show are probably just texting their mother at like 11:59 and just getting it under the wire.
You never know.
I don't know.
If a lot of them are married
Have you ever listened
and
to
have
them? They're like
kids.
Greek black metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. I don't know.
I like them.
I just want to go to any show. The last show we went to was refused before.
That was in the olden times.
The olden times. Yeah.
On this channel, you can see a video of the pre-encore speech that the lead singer of Refuse did. I put that up on our channel.
For Noodles?
On my channel. It was like they were about to do like their final song, which I guess was New Noise. But he did like a little
Their encore was
hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker.
It was right before that he did a little like thank you and was like talking about politics or something.
Anytime we start the whiskey, like after the second one, I'm like, that's actually
This is the true review.
Great.
Anybody can review your first glass of whiskey.
It's much creamier than I was going to get.
Can you review your third glass of whiskey? You cannot. That's why this is a drinking show.
Yeah, drinking show, not a review show.
Drinking show, drinking
Or
review
reviewing
show.
music
We're reviewing what it's like to drink
while thinking about Ghost.
Well, just think about whatever.
Fuck Ghost.
You know what I like? They're like pro wrestling. Like they like are in kayfabe. So you have to like kind of buy in.
Sure, whatever.
You're like, yeah, it's good.
I suppose. We got a family emergency happening.
It's not even showing up on the mic, so
No.
I'll cut it out. If only
they're not Kate. They're not. They're literally doing, like you just said, Kiss. It's like, yeah, that's been done.
yeah, Kiss is cool.
I guess they are kind of cool. Will Ghosts get cool like later? Like
They're already cool. They're still
because
cool.
I always hated Kiss, and then I finally like heard Detroit Rock City like doo-doo. And I was like, all right.
Imagine if
This is great.
when you saw someone playing that song, they were in knight armor and had like crazy makeup on.
No, but I mean, your
be like,
suspension
I'm a
of
kid.
disbelief, like you need life experience to get why that's cool.
Yeah.
You have to like when you're. Well, then again, I mean, obviously, Kiss played to teenagers and stuff, so I don't know. I'm not sure where your little suspension of disbelief meter like reads when it comes to like bands that need costumes, or else it's like ridiculous.
That
If Kiss didn't have costumes, why would you even? Doesn't make any sense. If they like God gave rock and roll, it was just like a dude,
just a guy,
and like jeans, you'd go.
You might be like,
"The hell are you talking about?"
Like, I guess he did give me rock and roll, but I don't know why you're telling me.
What if Ghost was just like dudes without, and they were like victorious, dun 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 dun. It wouldn't make any sense. You'd go, "Can you guys like get it together?"
I guess there is a thing like that with metal.
A lot of metal,
the more normal, like if we went to a show and there's a guy with just like nerd glasses and like a button-up shirt on guitar,
it's a psycho.
You're like, oh,
psychopath.
Oh
This is the
no,
craziest guy ever.
This pit is about to kill somebody.
Well, did I tell you about the? I saw Slater Kenny, and they had a grindcore band open for them.
Slater Kenny?
Yeah, they were like
Isn't
a
that
girl.
Show, the Canadian show.
No, it's an all girl like grunge.
It's Slater Kenny, guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Their names are the same, basically.
Oh, that's weird. I never. Wait, is that intentional?
I have no
Slater
idea.
Kenny. You don't know
Slater Kenny is the place in Canada.
Oh, huh.
Slater Kenny. I don't think I know who that is.
They're an all girl. They were like a grunge
kind of post-hardcore band that was all women, but like
I'm
they were
in.
like fucking awesome.
I'm in. I like any
but
genre
they
that
always
has the
had-
word post in front of it.
I know. That's like every genre.
Any good one.
Did you like that Farrakhan band?
Oh, yeah. That's getting, because they're post, what do they post?
They're
Post rock? No, they're not really post rock.
everything is post-hardcore. Everything in like the year 1997 that was interesting, like beyond, you have to throw post for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, because it's
That's my
something
idea.
had already happened.
Well, because you
in
can
light
go, well, they're
history.
not actually punk. That's like because they're good at their instruments or whatever the fuck it is. I don't
They're
know.
post folk. Post folk.
I think that's just adding electricity to your music.
That's the Beatles.
I think that's just anything that's plugged in. Just post folk.
Post folk. No, that's like if you got a banjo and like a bunch of
There's
reverb.
apocalyptic folk.
Actually, you know what it is? What's the Hey Ho band? They got really popular. The Lumineers. I think that's probably post folk.
That's just actual folk.
Nah, they're post.
You mean like you're
Because they can sing good.
post? Oh, they're too good.
Too good at singing.
Too good to be folk. No, there's like
Mumford and Sons is post folk, probably.
that's just bad pop music, isn't it?
I mean,
I hate the fucking.
I don't make the rules, but if it's post, I like it.
No, we should go to that show. Remember we went to Death Fest? How much fun we had?
That was a lot of fun. Do you, the
And-
listener, remember that?
I don't remember any of the bands. It was just like Sinister, Dying Fetus. No, it wasn't Dying Fetus.
There was like,
Misery Index.
there was like Red Planet, Death of a Red Planet or something was there. They were like a newer band, and they were really good. That's not
Death
right.
Incantation. Oh, what the hell are they called? Oh yeah, they had a Red Planet as their
Like art or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like their album art that was
Death
on the stage.
Incantation. They had like the word incantation, and they
That was
sounded like incantation.
That was another like same thing. Depending on how people are dressed, you get a sense. You're like, how many sleeves are in this band?
the best part of that was
A lot of sleeveless shirts. You kind of know what you're getting.
Well-
Someone shows up with sleeves, you're like, it's about to get artistic up in here.
We're at a death metal festival, and we're drinking like orange crushes, like the most fruity, ridiculous, and it's delightful. We're like, this is great. Like,
Do you know an Orange Crush is kind of a Baltimore thing? Someone told me that.
yeah, it is.
I didn't actually realize that because
They have like stands. And
growing
shit.
up in this area, I just assumed everyone had Orange Crushes
Well,
everywhere.
everyone does,
But I've never been
out
anywhere else.
here. But
That's what I mean. I just assumed every death metal
I heard,
show across the nation.
I was bartending, and someone asked for basically an orange crush, but they called it something else. I can't remember what it was. They were like a dreamsicle orange-icle, and I was like, an orange crush,
What
like
are you saying?
yeah. But you're right. Baltimore has. I'm not really sure why. It doesn't-
that's why
it's
I
such
was
an
having 'em.
obvious. No, but it is fun to go in, and it's a person just like, "Scared God's day,"
And then,
and then we're like sipping,
slurping
and we're just like, "This is great." We're getting vitamin C and vodka. We're just
good.
happy. We're like, I don't know what they're so mad about,
Orange
but
Crushes. Next episode, we'll have Orange Crushes. We'll review those.
death metal and orange crush is not.
I think I'm going to say I invented that as the greatest combo. I mean, I didn't because at the show
Well,
they invented
they were
it.
providing them.
Yeah,
You didn't go back there and be like, guys.
no one else went. I was like, you guys go back there and make me an Orange Crush.
I hope they do. Well, we're when we see Rotting Christ and Borknagar and Abigail Williams, I think it's literally
Is it a
just called
tour?
like Devastation of the Nation. Like it's just one of those
Tour?
names. Yeah, it's one of those names that they've probably used like 50 times.
It's amazing.
But you don't like it doesn't really like bore itself into your head because it's like Sounds the Underground.
Yeah.
You can just use that again. No one's gonna remember the one from 15 years ago. We just go, what was that? Like, it's just Devastation of the Nation just sounds right.
Yeah.
For
The posters are already made.
yeah, exactly. It's like a promoter has the posters. Like, let's curate the band.
They're like, let's just-
poster.
Like, I already scribbled some fake logos on there. That's probably close to your band's logo.
We should do
Keep letting this dog out. They're not supposed to be letting this dog out, I don't think. Pepper.
We should go to shows.
Getting
and
recorded
do,
this. Do this at shows.
No, we should just do like show. Well, we could do this at show.
These mics might be good enough condenser mics. That, like,
Actually,
it
if we
wouldn't
set
pick
this
up.
up at a bar at like a random underground show, people would just think we're journalists, and then
I don't
they'd
think they
probably
would think.
treat us like differently. They'd probably be like,
Not in
"Oh,
a good way, though. Probably in a bad
why
way.
not?" No, like at a restaurant.
If I saw people
like a
doing this,
bar.
if I saw people doing this at a bar, I'd be
No,
like,
if you confidently just start setting shit, dude. This happens at the
"Hi,
hotel
Pepper,
in a
you
way,
gonna go inside?"
like, and it's never a joke. It's a guy that just does not look like he should be anywhere, but he's setting up equipment and he just gets left alone. And he goes, "What? Setting up equipment?"
Do you think you could like order a drink and they would just bring it to you, and not charge you?
Yeah,
Be like, "Can I get some beers over here?" They're like, "I
They're
guess."
like, yeah, and you just go, "Mike said," and everyone's like, "All right, Mike said." Yeah, that's how
You don't
that.
have to say Mike. You're like, I don't even know,
Well,
but
remember
like,
that, there was
because
that.
like someone said I could be here, but I don't remember their name.
So remember, we saw Slayer in Silver Spring. Do you remember that guy that was joking around that he wanted to sell his ticket because
Oh yeah, sure.
he parked in the back and he just looked like a roadie, and so
That's
some
right. He
guy
walked,
was just like, "Hey, get
but
the thing."
he was like over the barrier. Like somehow we were in line, right?
He was
And
already in.
but he was like there was like a outside bar or something. But he was like already in, but we were talking like across the threshold.
Yeah.
And he's like, I could just give you this ticket right now.
And we were like, "We have the tickets. We don't need." But and then he was telling us, he was like, I parked in the back, and I just like walked through the back, and
Yeah.
everyone just thought I was a
Which
roadie.
I think the parking thing, he just somehow lucked into that parking thing because we pulled around and like there was somebody there with a clipboard. So I think he just got in at the right time
Yeah, maybe.
and just accidentally
But
parked in the right place at the wrong time.
I've toyed around with that, like looking like a roadie and just like going backstage,
That would
like
be kinda
confidently, and like just have a lanyard with nothing on it.
That would be funny. Just your name.
Yeah,
Someone else's
And then
name.
you go like, well, "I'm with the."
It just says like Wolf
whatever.
Blitzen on it.
Well, you can do that if you're ever trying to steal like mulch, or like
Sure.
like you just go to like a Home Depot or Walmart where they have it outside, and if you just confidently put it in your truck and leave,
You can also
No.
just steal mulch.
no, you are stealing.
You could do it inconfidently. No one would stop you. What's the inconfident way to do that? You're looking around.
Now, but someone is more likely to be like, "Sir, are you gonna?" But
Maybe.
if you just like look like, "Well, I'm a guy with a beard in a truck. I'm putting sand
Yeah.
in the back of my."
Don't worry about it.
So that's what we should do for sure. It's like
That would be fun to try. What's the worst that would happen? They would smash all my stuff.
I think you can.
Get killed.
No, I think if you steal in a year, I read this somewhere.
No, I mean if we go
Because
to the show,
I've drank
mean,
a
like-
lot of Sprites
I don't mean
while shopping
I don't
and
mean
thrown
like
the
stealing
bottle
a year.
away.
I mean like if we went to a show and be like, yeah, we're setting up.
Oh,
would
you
they-
you just get kicked out.
They're not gonna punch you.
No,
It's my main fear.
getting punched.
Mhm.
You've never been punched recently?
I mean, I don't like getting punched.
Oh, well, no one likes getting punched.
That's what I mean. If I don't want it to happen to me.
I should tell. Hold on. Keep talking about ghosts.
How many what are we rating this out of? How many Cokes? Out of 10 Cokes. 10 Cokes is obviously the best thing you could ever drink in a row. This is like 8 out of 10 Cokes, I'd say.
I'll give a real,
Don't give a real one.
not a real one.
I mean, you should give a
I don't know. How much do you spend on it?
20. So this is the most on sale whiskey. Scotch, whatever you want to call it. You probably wouldn't call it Scotch, but it had the word Scotland on it.
It's technically an American single malt,
But it was
mixed
so
with
discounted.
Scotch. It's one of the weirdest. And the cider cask.
It was like
finish.
80% off.
Okay.
So it was 20 bucks.
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna,
that's a great price.
I'm
for
a little
something
bit-
that is interesting.
I'm a little bit Jewish. I'm gonna buy it if it's that much on sale. It's just gonna happen.
If this was $60, I would tell you to go back and throw it in their face. Because that's crazy.
You're not allowed to do that actually at stores. I don't know if you know that.
Throw things back in the thing. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, they don't look kindly on that, do they? They don't appreciate that
It's
one
good.
bit.
It's good enough if you got it for $25. If you paid,
You can't get anything for $25.
no, not really. I mean, you get like cheap shit, but single malt, no.
Yeah, you can get like a bucket of like headache medicine, and I don't mean that it will cure a headache. I mean it will give you an immediate headache. So it was just on sale. Like it's one of those things you see something that it seems too on sale, and you're like, it's worth a try. So I'm liking. I'm into it.
Well, I think they're trying to promote. Hold on.
They're apples.
No, not the apples. Well, they don't even say where the cider cask is from.
I mean, a cask can't be from somewhere.
Yeah, a person has to make it. You fucking idiot.
No, they just fall. They're just around. You find them in the woods. You find like an old sawmill.
Find a stump and you just hollow out the inside.
Nah, you're
Pour
just walking
whiskey,
around in
pour
like a
spirit into it.
fantasy land, and there's just barrels, and you're like, I'll take these.
It is crazy that someone has to make a barrel.
We
If
should be
someone
making
asked you
barrels.
to make a barrel, like Apocalypse World,
I think I can figure it out.
like a barrel,
I saw like
make a
I
stave
saw an animated GIF of it. It's
of a
like
barrel.
it's like slats, and then
Staves or
I don't know why I'm saying
slats.
it's like
Wait, what's a
slats. And you get
stave?
them wet, and then you like put the metal parts on the top.
The hoops.
Yeah, and then they kind of shrink. There's a lot I'm sure you also got to do, but
We gotta like cobble it.
I think I could.
You gotta
make
like hit.
I think I could make a straight up and down barrel. Maybe not with a cool curve. You know, that a classic barrel look.
I can make a bucket of wood.
I think I can make a bucket.
Yeah.
But like a bucket with a permanent lid. That's just a barrel.
Now a barrel is like.
Doesn't have to have that. Not my barrels.
That's true. Who are they to tell you what a barrel
Yeah.
truly is?
You have to find my barrels. They're straight up and down. That's how you get more flavor, and you lock
Oh,
the
did I
flavor.
tell you? I talked to a girl that when I was bartending 2 days ago. She she said that I was like not busy. She got a vodka soda, and she was like, "Hey, I'm in town. Like, I'm doing modeling gigs." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I don't care. It's DC area, so modeling gig. That doesn't.
Yeah,
There's
that could be
no.
anything.
Yeah. But she did she was like modeling gig porn. Like she did the quick like porn thing.
Were there other people around?
A few, but she was being so generic about it. I was like, oh, okay. Like also,
It's funny that she did that.
well, I know, and I was like, all right, cool. And then she just started talking to me about like her porn career, but she was
Cameraman.
she started she started on Twitch when she was a gamer. She was like a gamer.
A gamer.
And I don't know her name. I don't.
I'm gonna want to dox her.
Whatever. I'm not. I mean,
Her name-
she was just a lovely person.
Her name was Marilyn Monroe.
But she
Heard of
she
her.
did Twitch through COVID. She's like, I think there's probably articles just like
sure.
about this because OnlyFans became so big, right? So she went Twitch, OnlyFans, and now she's trying to like break mainstream.
That was like her pipeline.
That was like her plan, or whatever.
All right. How come she's not on our show?
I actually didn't get her name. Well, because she said that so like openly, and I was like, shit. Now I have to like not look at her a certain way. I have to be like,
You have to be chill.
be
chill,
great.
be chill.
I'm like, it's so cool. You're so body positive. Like I have to like say
Sure,
those like weird
sure.
words.
Like your shoes.
That was it. There was no like
Okay.
nothing like weird.
So you're saying it wouldn't be
No,
cool
I
if
just
she
thought
was here.
going from Twitch playing video games into being like, I might become a porn star was interesting to me. That has to be a new iteration of that.
I think that jump can happen from any job if you're hot enough.
Well, that's true. I mean, well, that's a good point.
You can go from any job to that.
I guess. But what? Well, no. Hold on a sec. If you're doing Twitch's gaming,
Whatever. It can be live streams.
It's not only gaming.
All right, guys. Here's this new me explaining Twitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even explaining. I'm gonna let my brother
I legit
explain to me what Twitch is. Welcome to Two Famous Brothers. Robert, what is Twitch?
So it's the
Okay, you're holding your hand up. Is that the internet?
no, that's
Up
the
there?
camera.
That's the camera. Okay, the camera's at you.
Wait, the camera's here
Okay,
and it's looking down at you,
gotcha.
and then you have a split screen of the
Mm.
game you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, yeah. You tell me.
I'm looking for some positive.
You tell. No, I'm here for the ride.
I'm looking for some-
I'm here for the ride.
and then you just say what's happening
Ooh, okay,
while you're playing,
that sounds fun.
and then people are commenting in a separate guy.
Sort of a chat, if you will.
Don't. Yes,
Okay.
sort of a chat. Yeah,
Kind of
okay.
a chat. All right. Yeah, that's kind of what Twitch is. You can also be on Twitch and
Oh,
just eat.
I know you're
food.
patronizing me, but
I
can
am.
you make it a little less
No,
patronizing?
this is all I got. Is my one volume. You can also just eat food on Twitch.
I thought it was video game specific.
You can do whatever. At this point, you can kind of do whatever. Most of it is video games, but you can do crafts. I think some people will just read. A guy recently, this is like read out loud, right? You're like reading a book together.
What the fuck is the
This guy,
OnlyFans? The same
nah,
difference.
check this out. One guy was streaming himself reading a book quietly to himself.
Well, that's fucking awesome.
You can just watch a guy read a book. Might have been a girl, I don't know. But yeah, sometimes people just talk. Sometimes streamers will just chat with the audience. A lot of it is game. It started as gaming, but they have these different little
so I'm not
sections.
that far off and saying
Yeah.
gaming, but she did gaming, then did OnlyFans during
Yeah.
the.
Why not get paid? I don't know how much you get paid on Twitch.
Well,
Probably not as much as we're getting paid right now.
well, so you can't show nudity on OnlyFans or on Twitch?
I don't. They might have some
'Cause that was-
sort of category.
That was like her in because she was doing like Twitch gaming, and she was like, and all these guys just want to see my fucking tits, and I was like, oh, go
Yeah,
figure.
yeah.
Who would have thunk? And then she like went,
how creative.
yeah, huh.
Creative young.
And then
men.
she started OnlyFans, and then like producers or something. This is not a negative story.
It's funny that we're talking about this person. You don't even know their name. We can't shout them out.
There's no possible way I was gonna ask her name because she would go.
She
"You're
would
gonna
launch
look
us.
me up."
She would launch us into stardom right now.
No, that's insane. Also, she paid cash. I mean, if she paid with a credit card, I would have looked at the name. But
Yeah. We would have stolen it.
yeah,
She would have had her credit card information stolen for sure.
I was like, "Fuck, she's paying in cash." I'm too nervous to ask her name.
You did smell the cash, I assume.
No, we had a good conversation. No, smell the cash. Jesus.
I don't know what that even means.
Well, that was a fun.
All right.
That was a fun interaction, but also
Has anything else fun ever happened while you were bartending?
Yeah, shut the fuck.
I'm setting you up for your other story.
It's a bad setup. This story doesn't even. What's funny is you don't know who JellyRoll is.
I don't know who
I did
JellyRoll
not
is.
know who JellyRoll.
All right, now here's the switch. I'll tell you who I think JellyRoll is.
Please.
Just a rapper
Uh,
from not even the East Coast. Texas rapper. Southern rapper, I must say.
all right, we're getting warm, but I didn't look his stats, if you will.
Did he pay
his
a credit
origin
card?
story. No, he left a credit card open for his crew. So I
good.
only met
He's a
him.
good boss.
I met him. He was like super nice. He was like, "Hey, take care of my guys." This and that. He apparently. Wait, keep guessing who he is.
I mean, that's all I got. Like, just a
Height, weight. Let's go with
JellyRoll.
JellyRoll. Come on, you have something. You have a tangible.
See, now you saying that's gonna make me double guess that he's like big Killer Mike kind of rapper. Now I think maybe he's tall, skinny.
He ain't tall, skinny.
Okay, not tall,
I don't know
skinny.
where he's from though. I should look where
He's a big
play
boy.
as
He's a big guy.
his main song has, I think 50 million.
That's pretty good.
No, it's
I don't know anything.
he's on a national tour. No,
All
it's
right.
like a mid. It was like Fillmore. He was playing at the Fillmore the next
Okay.
day. So we're in mid.
That's
level.
not me. That's it. You're done. You made it.
Well, you made it.
He's not talking
enough, but
It's
you're not
great,
playing.
but like he's doing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, so why was he?
Reference, we
So wait,
saw
they're
the
just
player
they're
at the
just
Fillmore.
they're
So
just
he's-
staying there. They were just staying in the
This was
hotel.
their day off. This was the closest. I don't know. I guess his manager's a Hilton Honors member. I have no idea. So they were staying there. They had their buses out back.
He had an open tab for their day off.
Yeah, that was his like gift to the crew.
That's pretty nice.
So
I'd be like, you don't have an open tab unless you're working.
I'm sort of starting
All right, we're starting backwards.
from the end
Start
a
from the
little bit.
beginning.
But how my day started was two dudes. Who I mean, if they were like dudes we used to play music with. It was just
Sure.
short white guys, like swoopy hair, sleeve tattoos,
Sure.
shaved arms for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
Shaved arms?
Maybe that's a tattoo thing. Maybe they just got
I
a
think
tattoo.
if you have a tattoo, hair can't grow over it. Shout us out in the chat if you have a tattoo and you have hair on it.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, tattoo comes into the story heavily. They hired a tattoo artist to just in their room for the crew just to get whatever they want.
Could you get up there?
No.
That's like maybe the only way I would get a tattoo. If like a guy was just like, I'm already
Well,
set up, it's free.
Well, the reason they did it is because they were all so fucking drunk they had to hire because you can't walk into a
Oh
tattoo
yeah,
shop.
if you're drunk,
They're
you don't like it.
What the fuck? You're gonna bleed out. You
You're gonna
idiot.
die. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also just don't want you in there, like messing up the place.
Yeah. Anyway, so like I start my shift. This is a Monday. I don't know anything is going on. Oh wait,
Party Monday.
I was gonna look up where he's from. Yes, he's an American rapper.
Shout out to our sponsor, JellyRoll.
No, he's great. I don't really Nashville. He's Tennessee.
I was close.
You were close.
I know, like you wouldn't be like food named.
You know how
from the
you know how
South, right?
rappers like what is a jelly roll anyways?
It's like a
Is
little
that a donut?
kinda, but it's like a tube.
You know how
It's like a tube cake.
you know how now you can be like a hardcore rapper and also have like a country song, like
Sure.
right? Like he's that guy. You know what I mean? Like not quite Kid Rock. Well, I guess Kitten. That's a bad way to say it. Who's another example? You know, like you can just like you can do country, you can do rap music, and then out of nowhere, just like have like a
Sure. Like
country song.
Snoop Dogg kind of did that. He's got some like kind of country sounding songs.
No, but there's no rap in the song at all.
Oh,
So like one of his
that's what you
more
meant. There's
famous
just a
songs
banjo in the song.
is Action Bronson. Is he like that?
Sure, yeah.
Where you can have just a bunch of rap songs, and out of nowhere, or Aaron Lewis. I don't
It's
know.
just a country song.
And it's just a song, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
cool.
he has a song, his most famous song is no rapping in it, like, at all.
Fair enough.
And you go, all right, it was a song. And then his other songs are like,
Just rap songs.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the only again,
I like it.
I said, I only briefly met him, and he just wanted to make sure I was going to, like, take care of his crew or whatever, which well, easy to do. So he didn't tell his crew, which this was very funny to me. I asked the first two guys were like guitar player, or one was a guitar player, one might have been bass. They literally just looked like they were like
the most band.
Yeah, they were the most like scene kid looking, like whatever, which is fine. And they got like a gin and tonic and like a Miller Lite, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just put it in a room." Fine. My boss comes over. He's like, "Oh, they're part of the band." Or whatever. I'm like, the band? What the hell? No one told me that.
Sure,
It was a Monday night. I was like, there's no possible way there's going to be any like action tonight, anything interesting. It's a hotel bar, so you just go, it just depends on who's in town. Well, apparently fucking JellyRoll was in town because once they found out that he put his card down for an open tab for his crew. When I say crew, I mean
a bunch of people, yeah.
Security, drivers, not agent. There was the musicians and the DJ. I didn't
like
mean
a manager
DJ.
or something.
There was just like
planner,
periphery, like
weird, a tour planner kind of.
Yeah, there was like periphery, like staffers, kind of like things. And then the greatest was the lighting crew that came like way after everything was over. So yeah, and
I guess they were doing the check for the next day.
No, that was after all the shenanigans. It was like 1:00. I'm Tarantino. This story. Yeah, it was a wild night as you would expect.
Sure,
it was just as soon as they knew Jelly was paying for it. All the security guys, you know.
Oh, then the people are coming up like
they were just like, "Oh, so we're doing all the fucking Hennessy and Patron shots. This is going to be great," which was great for me. I mean,
what was their tab at the end? Do you know?
It was like 20. It was like they weren't eating food. They were because we didn't have the restaurant.
Though, like that many people.
It was like it wasn't
10 grand.
No, so this is like 20 people. This isn't like 50 people.
Okay.
This is
$5 grand.
Like 3. We're like 28.
That feels low.
Like 2,800. It's low. Well, there's no food.
Again, yeah.
So they're getting
shy.
And also, I don't have like
drinks.
Johnny Walker Blue. I just have like
okay.
Hennessy. I'm not gonna like rip them off or anything like that. So I still made like $500.
That's pretty good.
So like, oh no, that's a like really good night.
But they're I just like I guess you're right. Like, and they're not getting like bottle service where you would like upcharge.
Yeah, I don't have like Dom
much.
Perignon, like whatever. This was still like I could still relate to these guys. They were like on this. They're like on a wave right now. on this crew where they're just like, we've never kind of been on this trajectory
Sure.
yet. It's not like JellyRoll was famous 5
I
years
guess
ago.
right. If Drake was in town, he's not staying at that hotel.
Fuck no. No, absolutely not. And even if he was, it wouldn't be like, I'm going to sell the bar out. I'm just like, hi,
Sure.
I'm just a fella from whatever. So that was kind of cool about it. It was more like not working class. What's the right word? It wasn't like superstar shit because it's
Yeah.
not like people walked up and was like, "What's a JellyRoll?" It was just like this dude has caught some sort of fire musically, and he's banking on it right.
Yeah.
Whoever's people are like doing the right thing.
He was being nice to his crew. I like that.
Yeah, and
You
his
know?
crew was.
I'm sure that's
Awesome.
not everybody.
They were talking about JellyRoll.
Guys, I love Jelly Roll.
Have you seen what he looks like?
No.
Should I show you?
Nah, that's like too much multimedia. I'll edit them on here. I probably won't.
Well, I mean, he has face tattoos. He's a white guy.
Oh.
This is
Okay.
wearing white guy,
Interesting.
which actually made the
Now we're
crew-
different. Now we're different than my assumption.
all right, here we go. Still a lot of Hennessy shots. Was that your first?
You know?
Racist piece of
I
shit?
don't know. Not what I assumed.
So the really, I mean, the story is that how cool these fucking dipshits were,
All right.
basically. So the security guys, this is their day off. The security guys are dealing with every show, like dealing with house crews and like whatever
They're
regulation.
on tour with them? They're traveling with the band?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
They're all, it's like family. Like, that's how he's big, but still in that stage where it's like,
All his
he
friends
still
helping
knows
him.
the lighting guy. He still
Right.
knows this guy. You know, this isn't this isn't the Stones or Queen. This isn't 150 people where you hire someone to hire the other people. This is still, he is like kind of him
Yeah.
and his management company or whatever.
He's doing the stuff himself.
Exactly. So, like, when he came down, like, midway through everyone drinking, everyone just, like, everyone was so, they were like, Jelly! Yeah! Like, and he talked to everyone. He was like, how you doing, man? How
That's
we doing
amazing.
this? So, it was really cool. Apparently, he is, like, a huge party guy, but he doesn't, this is what someone told me.
He like doesn't drink himself.
No, he doesn't drink on the days off.
Ah.
Days off are like persona off. Like, I have to like have a day where I just sleep,
Chill.
do nothing. Whereas like after a show, it's like we're renting a bowling alley and we're fucking
Interesting.
drinking tequila or like whatever.
That's work. That's his job.
Yeah, which I could, again. I'm not
Get
a.
paid for
I'm
that.
like legit not that. I don't like his music. He was super nice, but
That's weird. That's a different world. It's a
Anyway,
world that I don't
best-
know about.
so his head of security was a dude. They called him Big Country.
Big country. That's a good
I
nickname.
think there's a basketball player with that nickname.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, but he was like this massive black dude with fucking literal diamonds in his teeth.
Big country.
It was great, and he was kind of like he was the MC of the evening. So what happens once everyone kind of realizes, oh, Jelly put his card down, this, you know,
He's
the crew can do
now
drink whatever they want.
Did his card go like to the decline or anything? That would have been funny.
It went through.
That would have been good.
It for sure went through.
This is a Visa gift card.
So basically, once they knew that, they sort of like cornered a part of the bar.
Sure.
They like got half of the
Posted
bar.
up, basically, yeah.
The people that were just wanted to drink, and then it was the Final Four game. Oh no, it was the national
The
championship game.
The normies who are around.
No, that's the best part of it all. In general, is that I started to get a little nervous because I was like, hold on a sec. This is like rock, rap, like crew people. I can deal with these people. Like,
Sure.
I understand what's going on. We have big personalities all connecting at once. We have people that do
Maybe
not.
That's every crew though. Like, doesn't matter the
It should
genre.
be. Yeah, that
I don't
makes
know. Like,
perfect
probably
sense.
doesn't matter the genre.
But then I was thinking, I
Crew
was
is
like,
crew.
holy shit, there could just be like a bunch of NIH people coming over, just like, let's have a few drinks.
Gonna die.
And then I'm like, oh,
We're gonna freak out.
no, well, literally, it's just like people. It's just like dudes being like, "Yeah, well, we're tag teaming that bitch," and then this fucking thing. It's like shit that you hear like in documentaries, and then you
Right.
hear it in person, and you go, "Oh, well, that right."
You're like, wait, what?
You're like, wait, that does make sense, but this lady's talking about like diabetes research,
Right.
and that's like you're like, this is weird, and so you just want it to have like the perfect pitch of like rowdiness. These are the fellas on their day off, and like, please don't bother these people that could leave a
It's like
bad review or
like
something.
a sitcom.
But it did not turn out that way. Mostly because this big country guy was like a I don't know, he was like a genie. He was like amazing. He had these. I don't know how to explain like diamond encrusted or like glued on. I don't know how it worked.
Sure.
He said he did. This is what he said. I don't know if it's true. He said he did security for not Dua Lipa. Is Dua Lipa? Is that a person?
Yeah. She's big.
Oh, okay. So I think it was her, and like she paid for him to get it. It was like $29,000. He kept saying that over and over again.
Just, hang.
Anyways, this guy was like, he was kind of the most charming person I've ever met.
Sure, if he's like the MC, he can like control.
No, but he's the head of security, which I found funny because I was talking to like the guitar player.
He's the guy that
the
when
bass
John
guy.
Wick shows up to like kill
He's
JellyRoll,
like, "Whoa!"
he would know this guy.
Yeah,
This guy
kind
would let
of.
John Wick through and say, "It's fine." That
I don't know. I was every time I was about to hate him, he would do something that was like so funny or like cool. Like he kept calling me Timmy.
wait, Timmy?
He was like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Rob or Robert." He was like, "All right, Timmy, I need this," and I was like, that is so mean." But by the end of the night, he was like screaming Timmy as a joke. He was like, "Where's Timmy?
Wow,
Timmy!" And I was like, "I love this man.
that's
This
amazing.
is so funny." He was in his 40s. He used
You're
to
like, my
play
name's Robert, and he's like, whose name? What are you talking about, Timmy?
So I was nervous about him because he was drinking the most. This was his like day off.
Sure.
When you're a security guy, like you're on point like most of the time.
You don't really get it.
Obviously, like, and if what he says is true, like he was security for like pretty big acts, and is a thing.
He knows.
John Lennon was like shot.
Sure.
Like, no, but so it's his day off, and I just kept in my head. I was like, I have to like manage what's happening. I'm the bartender.
Yeah, you felt like you needed some.
Then out of nowhere, he would do something like normal and like check in with me. He'd be like, "Are we good?
Are we good, Timmy?
Are we good?" No. Then he'd be like, "Rob, what's up?"
Wait, he would call you by your actual name?
Oh yeah, no. He would do.
Timmy was just a power move for his crew.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And then he would change it. Like it wouldn't just be Timmy. He'd be like, I don't know, he would just say like Tommy, like whatever. He would just change the name as a joke, and I was like, "Oh, this is
that is
weird."
an interesting power move.
But it wasn't a power move because he would go back. He would like get to me, and he'd go like,
but that was alone.
He'd be like, "Hey, you're gonna get taken care of."
That's what I mean. But that was by yourself with the people on his team.
You had to be like the guy.
It's a power move to them, not to you. I mean,
yeah.
So everyone's like, "Dude, our boss." We all know this
but he's
guy's
not
name.
the boss. He's just the head of security.
That's the boss.
Is that the boss?
Like I said, if John Wick shows up to kill you, he's got to go through the head of security.
That's a good point. Head of security might have like a little more.
Because like if someone does show up and they're like, "I want to kill JellyRoll" or whatever, like John Wick shows up. If the head of security is like, "Go ahead, John Wick," you're like, "No, like you were secretly in charge this whole time."
I feel like I'm not setting the stage enough, like visually. So we have just a bar, right?
Yeah,
marble
half of these people,
slab, whatever, and the makeup of this bar is we have
scientific researchers.
Well,
from nearby NIH,
from JellyRoll.
Oh,
we have massive fucking black dudes that look like they could beat the Christ out of anyone. We have kind of slight white dude musicians that all are sleeve tat up. They all look like their girlfriend likes Neutral Milk Hotel and they pretend that
Sure.
they love them. But they're
They
good.
don't need to pretend.
But they're
they
good
do.
with the doodly doodlies. We got lighting guys that are like stoners, basically. You know what I mean? They're just like flannel, and they're like, "What's up?"
Where am I?
Yeah. You have the laborers. You have
The road.
people-
That's the roadies, right?
you got the roadie kind of
Yeah.
crew that are usually a little bit older. You know, ponytail guys. You know, whatever.
Roadie loves a ponytail.
And then you have like the coolest black dudes you've ever seen in your life, which are like DJ and like DJ tech guys, and they were constantly just being like, "Where's the strip club?" And I was like, "Can you just not be this way?" This dude came like 51s, and I was like, "I mean, what are you?"
He's like, I did not plan to
He
be at
was
this bar.
he was the I didn't look him up, but he was JellyRoll's like actual DJ, which I assume
He was like, I did not plan ahead. I mean, I did plan ahead, but not for this.
Well, everyone was like, "This guy's a genius." I was like, "I suppose he looks nice
Not
enough."
a genius at giving me good amounts of cash that are easy to give change for.
And so, but the ecosystem is like a lot of these.
Did you have to change the register from being like ones, 5, 10s? You like you
all
move all the other stuff over. Like no one's giving me any hundreds. Scooching everything over just for the ones.
It's only hundreds or ones.
Yeah.
There's no.
That's all we got.
What you mean? There's a 20? I'm like,
You're like this
sorry.
register is fucked. Whoever's got to count this, and it's probably me, gonna have a hard time.
Well, so that makeup does make sense for like a crew, like for a touring crew.
Sure.
That makes like a perfect amount of sense. And then also the like manager, like administrator people
Yeah.
are they are just like within them. It's polo shirt. It looks like a bro. But they're not. It's not like someone
They're
that's
less like music looking people.
yeah.
They're like,
But they're with the people.
Sure.
They're not like afraid. They're not like we're separate. They're all together.
Yeah.
And so it's very funny to like navigate this like, oh wow, this is like an interesting kind of troop of people.
It's kind of a troop, I guess.
Well, there's one guy that's like, he's like on the phone. He's like, that fucking agent doesn't know shit. Like he's like saying like business stuff.
That's his power move. He probably wasn't on the phone.
What?
Much like head of security, he's like, I need to make sure everyone knows that I'm the top dog. I'm gonna call the bartender whatever name I want. Doesn't matter what his name is.
That
Manager
was
guy-
fun.
manager
He
guy
got
needs to
so
be like-
many laughs from that because he just
probably
said
does
the he
because
said
he
the
does it every
other
time.
name.
He does it every play.
I said Rob or Robert, and he said Timmy, and I go, well, that's so. The words aren't even
It's not even a letter.
I mean, close to this.
Overlap. The T, I guess.
Timmy. But by the end of the night, when he was just going Timmy, I was howling.
I love this guy.
Yeah, it was great,
I would never let John Wick kill this guy.
dude.
But
He
no,
was.
that's probably the power move though for the manager person. Like, I gotta just pretend to be on the phone for a second here. And then you
I
just-
think it's
and
all.
then everyone's like, I'm glad he's the guy because he gets to yell at people on the phone. No one likes to yell at people on the phone. It's no fun. If you're a lighting dude and you're so chill,
The lighting
they've
dudes
never
with a
yelled at
man.
anyone in their whole life. That's why they need the other people. Like that's like yeah, I don't know. That's fun.
They also kept telling
The
me.
troop.
They also kept telling me how much stuff they had on the tour bus. They're like, I was like,
snacks.
no, booze wise.
We got chips.
I was like, guys, I don't have Casa Amigo. They kept asking for that.
It's like wait, they said they had it on the bus.
I was like, we got like 6 cases in the bus. I was like,
you're like, bring it out here.
I was like, well, I can't do anything. And they were like, well, we'll still drink here. Because I think, because they went from,
like, show off.
they went from Connecticut to,
they're coming down.
I think when you're on a bus that long, like you just have to like see strangers and like other people or something. I don't know. Like
I can see that.
like
Like,
any road trip, like,
You
yes,
gotta-
we can get fucked up on the bus, but like, there's no
but
story
they're with each other all day, every day, and like
Yeah,
kinda
you need other-
new input.
Yeah.
new people.
If money doesn't like quite matter the same way that
Even
it
if
does,
like it's like if you're just stuck at home long enough or something.
Yeah.
Like you're like, we could do something fun here, but you're like, I just need to be out, not in here, right? I just need to not be in that bus that they sleep in all day, every day, probably.
that's what the lighting guy. Him and his buddy. I assume there was more lighting guys, and there was clearly a bunch of the crew that like did not stay. That just went out. Like,
Oh, went somewhere else.
yeah. But
It was like 1 o'clock. I can serve till 2.
Wow, they
legally.
took you to the limit.
Yeah, no, they were there from like 6 because there was a basketball game on. Yeah, so it was this great time, all this stuff. But like after everyone started leaving, because a lot of them like wanted to go to either the bus to just get fucked up and like just like do drugs and pass out, or
Sure.
go to.
How big was it? It was 20 people? That's got to be like 3
At
buses.
the crew was probably 60. It was 3 tour buses.
That's a lot of, yeah.
But
That's like
not every person was like
is on the bus.
Also, not every person necessarily drinks. There's probably like a sound guy.
How do they all sleep on that bus though?
They don't. They go to hotels. What do you mean? They were all sleeping at the hotel.
Okay, and there's riding in the bus.
They're riding the bus, and yes, they can sleep in the bus.
Why would you drink in the bus with a normal bus?
Because that's a party. They're party animals.
All right,
It's party people. Party band.
fair enough.
This is the lasting impression I have is this security guy, Old Country. Again,
Shout out to Old Country, our sponsor for tonight. Today,
yeah, he should be. If he ever saw this,
hit us up in the chat, Old Country.
I would love to. This dude was fucking.
That's an
awesome.
interview. Can we interview him?
I would. You would be shocked how charmed.
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
No,
I'd
it
be
was
ready.
like a mythological.
Now, here's what I'd be shocked.
So,
would he bring his own microphone? Because I only have 2 microphones. That would shock me if he's like, I got my own microphone. Oh, hello.
No. So this was. This is the type of charming I'm talking about. When it comes to like crew people, like in a band, whether it's lighting, roadie kind of shit. Of course, he's charming, but everyone has like a big personality because they all wanted to be rock stars or like rap stars, but they just weren't good enough at it. So they did find.
They kind of had to like level down in a way or find their place.
They found their niche. They're like, oh, I can't do this the way I thought. So like that's why like
I can see that.
at a bar there is a lot of people. It is a lot of like. It's very up. It's not a low bar. It's like my wife's fucking gay. My fucking kids.
Sure.
It is a lot of like, who are we fucking tonight?
Timmy!
And it's like, aren't you just like the guy that puts the lights in the bag or whatever?
Sure.
And he's like, we're fucking. And you're like, holy
It's a good bag.
So like you have like a weird high energy. This guy was that to like the max, but the other
was somehow in charge as well.
The other clientele that came down, somehow he like ingratiated himself with like an older lady that was there for a conference the next day.
He was like being nice to other other bar patrons.
To the point of like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thought I was charming. In my head, I'm like, I'm a charming fella.
Yeah, you're like, I'm the bartender.
No,
he
was saying like the wildest shit. He was like, "Who's fucking tonight?" Like just crazy
to the
weird
old lady?
stuff. He started doing like Hitler shit. He was like, "That's a gay ass mustache. What's up?" Like he was doing like stuff. It wasn't even a joke. It was just saying something crazy and doing it
just to get people riled up.
I don't know. My theory was that the fact that he had diamonds on his teeth,
that'll do a lot for you.
I think it's like a person that might look scary at first because just like he was like 6'7", like huge. Like it was just like a scary person.
Like
and then he just
That's
is making jokes, and then he smiles and has diamonds in his teeth. Somehow, old lady's like, "Yeah, this guy's great."
Just put her at ease.
Does that make sense? That maybe the diamonds,
in a way, you can do it. You can do it.
You think that? I think it's the diamonds.
Do you think you can eat trail mix with the diamonds?
I
don't know.
All I know is he didn't eat much, but he was doing
fine.
He was doing great. That dude was drinking a lot and also like checking in with me. He was doing just like, proper.
That's when you know something's wrong. When the
check.
person who's drinking a lot is checking in with you, the person who's not drinking a lot.
Well, yeah, he was doing that.
That's why
he was like, "Is everyone good? Are we good?"
You're like, "Are you good?"
Yeah. Are you not drinking this stuff I'm pouring you?
Dude, what if he was like a up close magician and it was like dumping it on the ground?
Yo. Oh, you're leaving?
that's our tight hour, I think,
Right. Tell us about how you got ripped off by the
because
Jack.
we've been going for an hour.
Okay.
Bye, Anna. You gotta hang out with Cody sometime soon. He'll be up here eventually. Cody, oh, buddy. Not at all. He's cute. Just imagine the cutest baby you've ever met. That was him.
Yeah, we'll go hang out at Robert's here.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Is that a bad story?
That was a good story. I just feel like we're good. I feel like people are starting to get antsy.
I'm antsy.
Around
Oh,
this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Also, that was an hour.
That was an hour.